Why does it seem like every time you go on social media, it's just filled with negativity, doom scrolling, hot takes, and endless debates? And then like the art community, what is going on there?
And what is going on?
With like the encouragement and like the collaboration and the positive comments, it's almost like people want to actually see others succeed and like feel good about their art and then actually supporting them. Wait, what? Okay, art community, encouragement, people wanting others to succeed and feel good. That's what the script says. It's actually true. The online art community is creative and it's supportive and weirdly wholesome. And today I want to show you what's really going on there. That isn't to say there still isn't negativity, like self-doubt, comparison, and plenty of controversy. It is the internet after all. But the real story is how artists rise above it. And we'll get to that in a little bit. But first things first, how can a supportive and positive community exist in such a notoriously toxic environment? So what did you expect when you started following artists on platforms like Instagram and TikTok? Were you expecting endless flexes, flawless sketchbooks, and then maybe a little bit of judgment if your stuff didn't measure up? Like, what did you expect when you first started posting on Instagram or TikTok? When I first started posting on Instagram, I was not expecting a whole lot. I wasn't expecting a whole lot of people seeing my art, liking my art, or even following me. And guess what? I was right. But didn't you also secretly, naively expect the followers just to start rolling in the moment you hit post? Yeah, that didn't happen. Not for me anyway. But here's what actually happened. Once people started seeing my art, the small number of them, they were actually really encouraging. And although my community on Instagram is fairly small, the artists I have connected with are genuinely nice and encouraging, and we love to encourage one another and support each other's work. So as time went on, I started to see that the art community online isn't just about showing off your work, it's showing up and supporting one another, because we all know what it takes to actually make the work while we have busy lives, and then what it takes to actually post it and share it and put it out in the world. And once you notice that genuine support, you start to see it everywhere. Draw it in your style challenges, original character swaps, the way artists share others' work in their stories, and the way people celebrate other people's art, no matter what the skill level or art style. Even the trends that kind of seem a little bit confusing from the outside, like someone posting their own artwork and saying, hey friends, go ahead and redraw this in your style. Take my art, make it into something. These really are just excuses for artists to share other people's work. It's a built-in vehicle for you to share someone else's work. And this is a great way to connect with other artists and inspire each other. And it's this culture of encouragement and collaboration that makes the art side of social media feel totally different from the rest. And this is the best part of the art community. You don't have to have a fancy degree from a fancy art school or a not fancy degree from a not fancy art school. You don't have to have a degree at all to be part of the conversation. If you have a drawing and at least just Wi-Fi to post something, you are part of the community. And in a lot of other spaces online, if you don't have a degree or formal training in the subject that you claim to be an expert in, people are quick to call you out, and it might not mean the best things for you and your followers. But in the art world, your artwork speaks louder than your credentials, or lack thereof. And let me just emphasize this again. You can have any level of experience and any level of art skill and any art style, and you belong. And that is seriously just the best. And of course, the internet being what it is, the art community online is not immune to its own fair share of negativity. So do I want to talk about the not so positive sides of putting your art on the internet? Yes, of course I do, so buckle up. First and foremost, there is the comparison trap. You see someone else posting online and you just feel like your stuff is lame. You open up your feed and you see someone has posted their artwork and it looks professional and everything you want to be, and then suddenly what you have posting for today just feels pointless. It's super easy to forget that social media is the highlight reel. You're not seeing the hours of work that went into this piece. You're not seeing the years or decades of practice that led up to this piece.
You're messy.
No, you weren't supposed to see this.
And it doesn't show that person's self-doubt or the fact that they feel the same way about somebody else. They see someone else's work and they don't feel like they measure up. And when you're scrolling other people's artwork, it can feel like people are leveling up faster than you are. And that doesn't feel so great. And another thing that can be really disheartening is that when you post your artwork, it's just not reaching a wide group of people. You see other people that have thousands of likes and you have 8. Let's be honest, the reason that we put our art online is so that other people will see it. What hits us is the algorithm. It doesn't push out our artwork, people aren't seeing it. The algorithm doesn't exactly play fair with anything that isn't a trending reel or TikTok. You can pour hours into a piece that you're proud of, post it with excitement, and then it just disappears into the void. That doesn't feel great. And let's not forget about burnout, the pressure to constantly create, post, and keep up with the community. When you're surrounded by artists that are posting every day, it can be difficult to keep up with them. And when you feel like you need to take a break, it can feel like you're falling behind. But honestly, that's an internal struggle. That's not something that's promoted by the community. Everyone is so gracious when you need to take a break, take some time for yourself, and just step aside and just kind of regroup. But these points aren't people problems. They're internal and internet problems. When it comes to the people in the community, that's when things start looking a little different. I mean, there's always going to be trolls, those random negative comments that don't say anything useful, someone just posting something negative just to get you to react, or just being mean just because they like being mean. It's fun for them. I don't know. But even so, in the art community, those negative comments only usually show up when something goes viral or there's a lot of comments in the comment box. I've had one short go crazy viral, and people only have the confidence to say something mean when they think it will get lost in hundreds of comments. But guess what? I saw pretty much all of them. And then there's the gatekeeping. People who act like there's only one right way to make art, or they understand art better than you do and talk down your method. I've definitely gotten those types of comments, and it feels like when my kids are correcting me, and in both cases, I don't let it change what I'm doing or how I'm doing it. And of course, there's that cloud of discouragement that you feel when you see artists tearing each other down instead of lifting each other up. I see this the most in the comment sections of artists that have hundreds of thousands of followers or millions of followers. The higher the follower count an artist have, the more negativity they're going to receive from people. The number of negative comments multiplies greatly, and the intensity of the negativity grows as well. And these artists a lot of times feel like they need to address these comments, which to an extent I get. There's times when it's appropriate, especially if they've done something kind of shady and they're like, hey guys, I messed up. But sometimes these artists haven't done anything wrong, but they're still addressing these comments. And honestly, it just continues the loop of negative comments. Negative commenters just want attention. And then when they get that attention, it just continues the cycle of negativity. They're gonna keep doing it. Which is why it's so much more refreshing to see these artists redirect that energy into the positive corners of their community, lifting each other up instead of fueling the noise. Because here's the thing, for every trolly negative comment, there's like a dozen artists that are leaving encouragement, sharing your work, or just being quietly inspired by your art. And that's the part of the art community that's worth focusing on. Give them your attention, they deserve it. The positivity, the collaboration, and the way people show up for each other. That's what makes this space different than other parts of the internet. But unfortunately, the online art community is full of controversy, especially lately when artists are being caught using AI and claiming it as their own, or just not owning up to the fact that they're using AI. And the fact that negativity, let's be real, means more comments and more views, and tons of attention. There are even entire YouTube channels dedicated to dissecting the drama of the online art community. And there are even deeper issues, arguments about what's considered good or ideal. It can actually be dehumanizing and hurtful and even crossing some boundaries. And then on platforms like TikTok, kids are often being exposed to things that they just really shouldn't be seeing. The well-known or cute characters are being redrawn, doing things that they just really shouldn't be seeing on their screens. And that's coming from a mom's perspective. And me, as a rare TikTok user, like I barely go on there, I still end up scrolling past clickbait drawings. Like someone's drawing something and they want you to click on it, so They show part of the process that makes it look like it's R-rated, but they finish it and it's actually something like that's kind of normal. And that's usually when I click off, because that is not what I want to be looking at on my Explore page. And in those circles of the online art community where the focus is just negativity, you see artists tearing each other down for content. They are fixing other people's work, not because they're genuinely wanting to help, but it's just for clicks. So how could I possibly have said that the online art community is supportive and wholesome? Well, it's because your experience depends on the community that you build. I've personally curated my feed so that my connections are positive, encouraging, inspiring, and creative. That's the community I choose to participate in, and I think a lot of artists are doing the same. So how can you even build a positive art community? You're in control. The great thing about the online art community is you can shape your own experience. You choose who you follow, you choose who you support, and what conversations you join in. If you engage in drama, then that's what the platforms are going to feed you. But when you follow artists who inspire you and share their creativity, then your feed becomes a space that's welcoming and motivating. Building the community that you want is all about curating your space. Mute or unfollow the accounts that drag you down, and focus on the accounts that inspire you to be creative. And it's not all about what you consume, it's about what you also contribute. Every time you leave a kind comment, join a challenge, share another artist's work, and just make them feel good, you help shape the art community into an encouraging, creative space. And sure, there are negatives: the comparison, the burnout, the trolls, the controversy. But what really defines this space is the encouragement, the collaboration, and the way creativity connects people. I would love to hear from you and hear what your experience with the art community has been, because of course we're not all going to have the same experience, but has it inspired you? Has it supported you, or maybe even helped you grow? So please comment below and let me know, and let's make this comment section feel like the best parts of the art community. And if you want to keep the conversation going, be sure to check out my next video, Art Terms, Slang, and Hashtag That Every Artist Needs to Know. It's a fun dive into the language of the online art community so that you can learn it and feel more confident when you join in.